Summit School District scholars, staff, and families. My name is Mickey Grebitz. I'm the Communications Coordinator for the district, and today I would like to inform you about the district's Return to Learn plan for after our holiday break. We want to express our deepest gratitude to all staff, scholars, and families for your continued flexibility and adaptability to the changing guidance, as well as our fluid COVID landscape. We recognize there have been a number of challenges since the start of the pandemic, but there is also a lot to be proud of. We are proud of the careful attention to the health and safety protocols that allowed us to start the school year in hybrid learning, which we continued for 13 weeks, as well as our 3 weeks of successful online learning. Looking ahead to January, we do not know what the future holds for COVID-19 in our community. We all agree that it is critical for scholars to be in school with their teachers, which is why all district staff work so hard to provide in-person learning this fall. The biggest obstacle to in-person learning is the continued community spread and the resulting quarantines. So it's important to return to in-person learning when it is relatively safest to do so, and we have confidence to maintain sustainable learning environments, to get scholars back into classroom and remain in person. To have the healthiest start to the second semester and out of an abundance of caution, Summit School District has determined it is most prudent to transition back to hybrid learning in a staggered manner. Barring unforeseen crises, pending the status of COVID-19 in our community, and continuing to monitor health data, Summit School District scholars will return to hybrid learning through a phased approach to watch for the new surges of cases following the holidays. Details of this plan can be found in the email communication to families. Although the second semester will start with a few days of learning online for some scholars, it is our hope to transition back to full hybrid learning on Monday, January 11th, dependent upon data at that time. The timeline is flexible as anything could happen between now and January, and as we have done throughout the pandemic, we will continue to closely monitor and analyze data and metrics throughout the holiday break and next semester. The decision for a phased approach was in review of multiple state, local, and district data points to ensure we're supporting the continued safety and health of all of our scholars and staff. The date of our anticipated return to hybrid learning was chosen to reduce the risk of heightened exposure from the holidays based upon the 14-day incubation period. With the historical increases that we've seen after holidays, we don't expect local cases to drastically subside during the December holidays. Thus, remaining online for a few days after the holiday break will allow us to transition to hybrid learning just 10 days after the New Year's Day holiday. And thus, we will be able to continue to assess the impact of the holidays on COVID-19 cases and proceed appropriately. A number of data points were presented at the Board of Education meeting this morning, in which we want to recommend that families watch the recording in the event you are unable to join us for the discussion. We are hopeful for a safe, healthy, and strong start to 2021. When we return to learn in January, we are hopeful to transition back to hybrid learning and maintain safe and healthy learning environments from the new CDPHE guidance, target quarantine procedures, reduced quarantine durations, and updated decision-making flowcharts from CDPHE. We are hopeful that the community will continue to reduce positivity rates and decrease the number of local cases, with hopes to move to a less restrictive location on the CDPHE dial. With all of that, we are hopeful that the couple of days of online learning will support our scholars and staff to have a safe and healthy return to learning in January. Please help us ensure scholars return and remain in person during the second semester. Each of our decisions over the holiday break will determine how quickly we return to in-person and hybrid learning. We are grateful for all of the sacrifices that our staff, scholars, and families have made, which have allowed our scholars to engage in valuable in-person learning. Thank you for all you do and will continue to do to support Summit School District scholars. Thank you.